Why do people become freelancers? Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Future in 5. My name is Jacob Morgan. This is where I share my thoughts, ideas, and commentary on the future of work in 5 minutes or less. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be spending much more time talking about the freelancer economy, on-demand labor, how I work with freelancers, and I'll be exploring a lot of different topics there. That is largely thanks to the folks over at Work Market that have made these videos possible and that have challenged me to explore and share more of what I'm seeing in this space. If you haven't heard of the folks at Work Market yet, I highly recommend that you check them out. They're emerging as a leader in the freelance management system space. Basically, what that means is they allow organizations and freelancers to come together to work to find each other. So check them out, workmarket.com. We know that this is becoming very important because all of the studies show that, for example, by 2020, 40% of us are going to become freelancers. We're starting to see the rise of all sorts of organizations offering freelance and on-demand work. And so what that means for organizations is that they're going to have to think differently about what it means to innovate and service and compete in this new world of work that we are seeing. So organizations and companies like workmarket.com are in a very exciting and emerging space. It's one of the most exciting trends that I am seeing over the next couple of years. As somebody that has been independent for probably 8 to 10 years now, I'm very, very passionate about this space, and I'll be sharing much more around how I work with freelancers and what I'm seeing in upcoming videos. Again, thank you to the folks at Work Market. So back to the original question, which is, why do people become freelancers? A couple of days ago, I talked about why organizations work with freelancers, but why do people become freelancers to begin with? And I can share a couple personal stories from my perspective around why I did this. And I'll talk about some other things as well. So number one is you get a lot of freedom and flexibility. All the jobs that I've had where I had to work full-time for other people, and some of you have heard me share these stories. One job I had to drive an hour and a half to and from work to get to the company. I had to work 9 to 5. It was very non-conducive to the way I wanted to work. So I had no freedom. I had no flexibility. I had to even get permission to go outside. It just wasn't anything that I could control. I actually did feel, like many people feel, just like a cog that just shows up, was supposed to do something, and then, expendable. So one thing, you get freedom, flexibility. You pick the hours that you want to work. I work all sorts of interesting hours. If I don't feel like working, I take some time off. So you get freedom, flexibility, not only for the hours that you work on, but where you work, when you work, the types of projects that you get to work on. So you get to choose the type of work that you want to do. That's always a lot of fun. So freedom, flexibility, huge reason. Another reason, you get autonomy, right? You get to be your own boss. The only person that you need to respond to and be responsible and accountable for is yourself. It's not to say that becoming a freelancer is easy. It's not, because basically you're running your own business. And I'll talk about more about that topic in the future. It's not easy, but you are accountable for yourself. So if you are good at driving yourself, if you are self-determined, if you're good at focusing, and if you're good in that type of a setting where you can be autonomous and drive yourself, you're going to kick ass. You're going to do an amazing, amazing job. So that's another reason. You get the autonomy, you get the flexibility, you get the freedom. Another one is you don't have an income ceiling. If you have a full-time job, you're capped out at a certain ceiling. You can't go above that. As a freelancer, you have no income ceiling. You can go and make as much as your potential allows. Again, it's not to say that that's easy. It does require a lot of work, but you don't have a set income ceiling. You can go up and up and up. And there are a lot of other benefits. You don't have to commute. You get to use the technologies that you want. But basically, you are your own boss, right? You control the destiny and the projects that you want to work on and who you want to work with and where you want to work. All of that is up to you. Now, when we think about the future of work, one of the themes that I always talk about is the future of work is all about choice. And I think there has never been a better time than now to become a freelancer because of all of this choice that you get. So I talked about why organizations work with freelancers, and this is why people become freelancers. Freedom, autonomy, flexibility, choice. A lot of people get into this space because they have actually been laid off from their jobs. So full-time employment is actually serving as one of the biggest catalysts for people to become freelancers, just because they've been in that world and they know what it's like and they want to try something different. Or they've been in that full-time world, they were fired, they were let go, and there's just no incentive for them to go back. So they go off and they build their own business. Again, these are all themes that I'm going to be exploring much more in the coming weeks, but these are the main reasons why people become freelancers. Curious to hear from you. Are you a freelancer? Why did you become a freelancer? What inspired you to go off on your own? Was it an experience? Was something bad happen to you? Did you get fired? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you want to get access to more of the videos, I highly recommend you visit thefutureorganization.com. If you have a question that you want me to talk about as far as the freelancer economy goes, or anything related to the future of work, send me a tweet at Jacob M. You can also email me, jacob@thefutureorganization.com. And of course, a big thank you to the folks over at Work Market. If you like these types of videos, do me a favor, go check out their site, workmarket.com, and play around on there. They have a lot of great educational content, and I'll be sharing more of that on this channel. So I'll see you next time on an episode of The Future in 5. For the coming weeks, we're going to be spending a lot of time talking about the freelancer and on-demand economy. I will see you next time. Hey, are you interested in the future of work? If so, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the latest content on the future of work and stay up to date on all the latest trends and happenings. Not to mention, you will make me very, very happy. Make sure to subscribe.